Whenever I set up justgoodstuff.ie, I would have been absolutely lost at sea without Shopify. Starting your own business or product can be completely overwhelming. When I discovered Shopify, it made my life so much easier. With Shopify, it's not just websites like justgoodstuff.ie. They're also the platform behind millions and millions of businesses around the world, from household names to other brands just getting started. Shopify has so many AI tools. They can even enhance your product photography. You can easily create email and social media campaigns wherever your customers are scrolling. It's got world-class expertise in everything from managing inventory to international shipping. It can process returns. It's super, super simple. So basically, turn your big business idea into with Shopify on your side. Sign up for your €1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.ie. Go to shopify.ie. That's shopify.ie. It's time to see what you can accomplish with Shopify by your side. Welcome back to Sauce on the Side. For those who, we still don't have it, what is it again?
We were looking at double dipping, but I don't think it's for us.
No. Welcome back to Sauce on the Side. For those that like to know what goes on inside the roast, I don't know. Nevertheless, it's time to preheat the oven. I do like the idea of preheating the oven because the main show comes out tomorrow, so we're preheating the oven today with a little bit of sauce on the side. However, Michael, I'm in Spain, okay?
Yes. How's it going?
Fabulous. Greatest thing ever. Being away with my wife and daughter. It's beautiful. These are the halcyon days of my existence that I'll one day look back on in their sheer simplicity and naked joy and think, how lucky was I? Okay?
Lovely. Yeah.
But, no, it's not lovely. Because I'm in there now, happiness seems to always arrive in retrospect, as we know only too well from life. But I don't learn lessons from life. It just goes on for two. Anyway, I'm here now, so of course all I can do is find the flaws.
Okay, what's going on?
We got scammed.
Oh, God.
Now, I need to be careful here because I am running the risk. I obviously, in the last 6 months, I've gone from never really ever like bad mouthing a brand or a business on the podcast to all of a sudden I think I've done it twice, which is, I know it's not significant, but it is more than I would like because I do enjoy the idea of never using the platform in a negative way. However, it's happened and I feel like I don't care because I would love to warn others about just how many scumbags there are out there, right?
Okay. What happened?
Car rental companies. First things first, myself and yourself have talked about this. In Ibiza, only a few weeks ago, we encountered some sort of brazen attempts at daylight robbery by the car company myself and my brother-in-law used.
Yeah.
I believe that the car rental company industry should be absolutely filleted. I mean, completely. I'm talking by whatever respective governing tax bodies there are in every single country, the FBI, there should be a criminal forensic analysis of the workings of these companies because whatever about the amorality, I am convinced that they are engaging in regular and repeat illegal behaviours and they are like the guys in the Irish Times need to look into this. And by the way, I'm going to say this here as well, and I know that they do a lot of sponsored work and I know that as a result I'm probably going to reel myself out of working with them, but I don't give a fuck, okay? Booking.com are complete and utter scumbags. Booking.com they are scum of the earth and there is no customer service. It doesn't exist. They are truly, completely and utterly, it's one of those ones where it's at the point where I used to always use them for convenience, okay? And I would let the convenience overpower just the fact that if there was any issues, you were gone. Then there were, I would overlook it as a result. It's gotten to the point where I can't do it anymore because Booking.com, I think, are scumbags. That's the reality. I think Booking.com are scumbags. If people disagree, fine, but I have to stick by my guns here.
I've genuinely never had a... Okay, sorry, I'll let you...
You've never had a bad experience with Booking.com?
With Booking.com? No, not at all.
you see, the thing is, if you book anywhere with booking.com and then there's a problem, the person, so let's say the hotel or the car company, whatever, they'll just say, deal with the place that you bought it from, and then booking.com don't. As customer service, they don't exist.
I'm with you. Okay. Yes. Okay.
So, and I'm aware that this isn't exactly a funny one, but I feel like it's my an act of public service is to let people know about this company. So we were obviously going to Spain. We're going for 3 weeks. Or like the guts of 3 weeks. No, sorry, 18 days. Yeah, the guts of 3 weeks. Anyway, rented a car. Paid for it in advance. Got a lovely Cupra. Obviously, I'm a brand ambassador for Cupra in Ireland, but I paid for this myself. Fully using a car company. The car company was Centauro. Centauro. Okay?
Okay, yeah.
On booking.com, I paid for the car. I had to pay, it came up with something like €200 for the 3 weeks. So I was like, amazing, that's great value. And then you add in a car seat for Rosie, and that's something scandalous like 180 quid. And then there's your insurance policies and all the rest, which I paid for. So it came into like 600 quid. But at the end of the day, for 3 weeks, you're like, that's grand. And as a non-drinker, I can drive everywhere. So it's perfect. We don't have to get taxis, blah, blah, blah. All is well with the world. I entered in our arrival time into Dublin Airport, which is going to be around 9 p.m. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. I was concerned that I received one confirmation email, but that was it, like nothing else, which is vague details about where to collect the car. By the way, please tell me if you think that I'm wrong here.
No, so far so good, yeah.
We're in Dublin Airport and unfortunately our flight gets delayed. Okay. For a couple of hours. Nothing mental, just a couple of hours late. As a result, we land at like 10:15. Okay. When we land, I tried to call the car company.
Okay.
Sorry, our lines are only open from 8 a.m. till 10 p.m.
Oh.
So I'm like, okay, that's weird. Shouldn't stress though, because obviously, like, car companies, generally speaking, are 24 hours a day.
Yeah, of course.
Walk out to the terminal wherein people are waiting for the car companies, and the way that it works in Malaga Airport is that all of the car companies are like a few minutes drive away. So there's just this constant conveyor belt of shuttle buses coming in, whether it's like Malaga Car, Hertz, all of these other car companies, right? And every 5 minutes, there's like every 3 minutes, like there's like a different bus, Malaga Car, whatever rental. And we're like, oh, sorry, Centauro? They're like, yeah, should be here. Centauro? Yep, should be here. It's a big yellow bus, grand. Keep trying the phone number. No, I keep doing the same thing. One of those ones where you're getting so stressed. Bear in mind now, we've got an 8-month-old baby with us. It's been a long day, all the rest. And there's no answer. There's no bus.
Okay.
45 minutes goes by. Absolutely no Centauro bus to be seen. Meanwhile, the same buses for the other companies have done like 7 runs now at this point each.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So I'm like, oh my God, this is a complete disaster. Go over then, manage to get there in a Rosie, and we've all our bags. It is just like, it's one of those ones where you don't need this at the end of the day. It's been a long day. Traveling with I don't know if Rosie would be considered a newborn anymore because she's 8 months, but you know what I mean?
She's a baby though.
Yeah, with an infant is like long enough. That's why we had, arranged all of this in advance, paid up front in advance, blah, blah, blah. We go over to the taxi company, to the taxi rank, and then we get a taxi to bring us to the Centauro office. Okay. We get the taxi, fully closed.
Oh my God.
Completely closed. The only out of all of them, the only one that's closed and like barricaded shut. And I'm like, oh my God. This is like proper, I'm shouting in over the fence, help, hola, anybody there? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. So that leaves us no choice but to get a taxi back to where we're staying. So 150 quid.
Oh
absolute
my God.
Sickener. Absolute sickener. I'm just going to let you know, by the way, tensions were not exactly non-existent at this stage. And I will say that even though it wasn't directly anybody's fault, there was definitely a mood in the air that it was somebody's fault. Let's just say the taxi ride back home wasn't filled with the, oh, Rosie, do you see that? Do you see it? It was a fairly quiet.
Why the fuck did you pick that gun?
It was, nothing was spoken, nothing was said, although there were a couple of questions of, and where did you find this crowd?
Okay.
And I thought you never said, So there was a couple of interesting, pertinent questions asked. How's it going, guys? Anybody out there who has ever set up a small business or a business on the side or their own company will be aware of how all of a sudden overnight you have to wear basically like 1,000 different hats. Whenever I launched justgoodstuff.ie earlier in the year to sell all my merchandise, it was honestly so unbelievably liberating to discover Shopify and to realize that I was actually capable of running and developing my business further myself. With Shopify, it's not just websites like justgoodstuff.ie. They're also the platform behind millions and millions of businesses around the world, from household names to other brands just getting started. Shopify has so many AI tools. They can even enhance your product photography. You can easily create email and social media campaigns wherever your customers are scrolling. It's got world-class expertise in everything from managing inventory to international shipping. It can process returns. It's super, super simple. So basically, turn your big business idea into with Shopify on your side. Sign up for your €1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.ie. Go to shopify.ie. That's shopify.ie. It's time to see what you can accomplish with Shopify by your side. Nevertheless, we get to the apartment. Rosie sleeps. We don't sleep, but it is what it is. Wake up the next morning. Call the car company. I called them repeatedly from 7:30, but of course the lines don't open until 8. Eventually I get through at 8 o'clock. Yes, hello, Ruben. I was like, hi, Ruben. Just calling because we arrived last night to collect our car. There was nobody there. Nobody answered the phone. This is an absolute disaster. Every other car company operates for 24 hours. By the way, I checked the email. It doesn't say anything about not collecting your car. It doesn't say anything about the lines being closed at 10, and it doesn't say anything about collecting your car that the business shuts, right? And he said, yeah, we close at 11. I was like, it doesn't say that anywhere. And he goes, if you go onto our website, down in the terms and conditions, like literally not visible.
Right.
It says, that it closes at 11. Okay.
Oh my God.
Which is complete and utter like deception. So I was like, okay, well, I'm in where I am. I'm going to get a taxi now to where an Uber to where the car shop is. So can you please have the car ready? He's like, I'm in central office. So I was like, cool, can you contact them? He's like, no, I can't do that. I was like, okay, can I contact them? He's like, no, this is the number. It's like, oh, so I have no way of contacting the car company itself. He's like, no. And I was like, okay, like I'm going to come and collect the car. I like it ready. He goes, well, you will need to be there before 8:30. I was like, well, why is that? He goes, because that'll be 12 hours of when you could have collected your car. And once 12 hours passes, you'll be charged fully and the booking will be cancelled.
No, that's absolute bollocks. No way.
I was like, Darren could hear my voice like shaking I was like, sorry? And he was like, yes, so you'll be there before. I was like, I won't be there before 8:30. We're 45 minutes away. I was like, I'll order an Uber now. But I have an 8-month-old daughter with me. We arrived in last night and there was no warning, blah, blah. He goes, it's the system. I was like, no, but I'm going to leave now. So can you just please call and I will collect the car. I'll be there maybe 15 minutes after 8:30. He's like, it's the system. I was like, Ruben, I really tried the nice tact. I was like, I need you to know, man, I am standing here with my wife. She is crying. I have an 8-month-old daughter. We arrived into Malaga airport last night. I already had to pay €150 taxi to get to the apartment. I'm going to have to pay €150 to get back now. I am begging you, please don't do this to us. I do not mind about your situation. It's the system.
What?
Darren grabs the phone. And she gave Jessie Buckley, by the way, in Macbeth. If I was Jessie Buckley, I'd be pretty scared right now, is all I'm saying. I'd be looking over my shoulder down in Killarney if I was Jessie Buckley. I'd be thinking, holy shit, Dee Garrahy. By the way, I've always tried to convince my wife to open up an Italian in Castleknock called Dee Garrahy's. I think that'd be great.
Very good, very good.
But Darren got on the phone and was like, I just want to, because generally speaking, she would be good cop. Like, she would always be good cop. I would always be bad cop. And she got onto the phone, and after 3 minutes, I was just like, she could not believe. Like, she had that sort of exasperated resignation of like, I can't believe that this person is being this ignorant. So they were saying that because it was 12 hours from whenever the car, and by the way, whenever you're filling out the form, it just says like, roughly what time do you think you'll collect the car? Do you know what I mean? And by the way, you left it for 12 hours. No, but the 12 hours, you were closed for 11 of those hours.
And you paid in full. It's not as if like that car can go somewhere else. You've bought a service.
Do you want to know what's worse? When we got to you can see the car just inside the gate waiting.
Of course you can.
So we arrive. So anyway, I like the most scandalous lack of customer service I've ever experienced. I DM'd the Sent Out Instagram. I got back a copy and paste reply saying to call the number, and they literally had the quotation marks in the reply from where the person has copied it, you know, just from a text folder. Anyway, the three of us then, because obviously I can't leave Darren and Rosie here because I have to go out. The two of us will have to be there with our driver's licenses, blah, blah, blah. We get the taxi out to thing, and then we queue up, and this guy just goes, no, you're supposed to collect it at 8:30, so the booking's cancelled. I was like, what do you mean the booking's cancelled? He's like, it's cancelled. I was like, cool, so will I get a refund? I can just get a new car. He's like, no, you paid for the booking and you didn't show up. I was like, no, but I did show up. I showed up yesterday evening. This like goes on for, I swear to God, half an hour. Darren, enter Jessie Buckley from Stage Right. She's got Rosie. She's gotten a bit of Powerade and she's put it beneath Rosie's eyes to make it look like she's sobbing crystal blue tears. She doesn't do that, but you know what I mean? Darren's then like rocking Rosie like we've just come off a famine ship into Ellis Island. Do you know what I mean? And we've been turned around the Statue of Liberty. She's like, no, but please, mister, there's no food where you're sending us back to, and the Brits won't do anything. You know what I mean? She's giving it going like, we have an 8-month-old baby. Please don't do this. Guy goes, he literally takes his hand and goes, step aside. Next person. Step aside. Step aside. Starts interrupting. I swear to God, man, I have never experienced anything like this. Next thing, enter Maria. Or as I like to call her, Santa Maria.
Oh.
Yeah, Maria is the manager. Usually speaking to the manager in the most calm way ever, it never results in anything. Maria comes out and she's like, right, this is the way that it works. And she was effectively in every way, but she was effectively acknowledging that this is not fair on us, but at the same time saying that she couldn't do anything because it is their policy, which is fucking scandalous. Like completely scandalous that they count the hours that they're anyway, I don't need to repeat myself. People know where we are. Anyway, long story short, we spent 20 minutes with her. But again, I owe it all to my wife. She did everything in terms of like she said all of the right things, hit all the right notes, and lo and behold, for the small price of €312, we were then able to rent the car. And do you want to know what that €312 was?
Go on.
Full insurance. Oh, but I already have insurance. I paid for insurance with the booking. It's with Zurich. It's full insurance. Yes, but this is the Synthado insurance. This is what covers you.
Oh my good God.
So 700 quid later. To say the mood in that car wasn't exactly convivial. I would have gone to sleep in the inside of one of Rosie's soiled nappies if it meant not enduring. Sometimes silence is louder than noise. Like sometimes this silence is like grating on the earlobes and the eardrums. And that was one of those moments. Absolutely shocking.
That is horrific. Oh my God.
So come here to me. God. Am I completely losing my mind of late? Am I growing an ego that's bigger than my own good? And am I actually in the wrong in all of these situations? Like I do need to check myself here as an adult. Am I actually just being like lackadaisical and then expecting perfection from businesses? Or is that not just completely a despicable way? And bear in mind, like we have an 8-month-old daughter. Is that not a despicable way to treat prospective customers? And also, they don't care. Like they do not care. And by the way, if it wasn't for Maria, we wouldn't have gotten a car. And I honestly don't know what would have happened.
This is the problem, though. For whatever reason, the car rental industry can get away with this. The exact same thing, almost, because we haven't discussed this fully. You've obviously mentioned to me, you got shafted and we would discuss it. But the exact same thing, or almost exact same thing, happened to me when I went to Portugal to get married. And just because it was around the time of the wedding and I haven't been that arsed to like follow it up since, I've just moved on from it. But every customer or every odd customer seems to get done a couple of £100 for no reason.
It's fucking, oh man, it needs to be stopped. Do you know what? I have an idea.
Go on.
I think if I was to be forward thinking, if I was working in a car company, I would set up a members club So for instance, like I'm part of the Cupra tribe, okay, as an ambassador, but everybody that uses a Cupra can sign up to be part of Cupra. I'm going to pitch to Cupra. Imagine they set up like a Cupra club so that wherever you go in the world, you could then rent a Cupra and it's attached to your name and you still pay for it. Like, of course, you pay for the luxury.
Of course, yeah.
But like, it's not this way of, like, I think there's an open goal there for a car company to do it right rather than dealing with these. Like, there's an open goal for a car company to liaise with an insurance broker and do this right, because it's abominable, and the treatment of people. And by the way, let's not ignore the obvious. Like, I am extraordinarily lucky that I was in a position to be able to absorb that €700 loss. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's not the reality for a lot of people, and a lot of people's holidays would have been just over as a result, just fucking destroyed. And I can't imagine that, like, as far as standing there with an 8-month-old daughter in your arms and just being told, step aside.
But even in terms of just from an experience perspective, man, you land, off a plane, you're excited for a holiday, and just these are moments that can really, if you're away for a week, it could ruin 2 days of your holiday.
Sorry, that's exactly it. 100%. Like, we're away for 18 days, so we're able to go, right, let's reset. We're back now. The holiday starts here. If you're away for 5 days, honestly, the 48 hours afterwards, it gives you such a weird deflation of, like, how people can be so, like, it's like how they can not care. That's almost the scariest thing, is like, how can somebody, they give so little fucks about completely shafting people. Yeah, and the worst thing is the Cupra that I eventually got at the end, it was only a one-seater. So Dear and Rosie have now been there for like 4 days. Darren's standing outside.
There's something wrong with you.
She's standing outside the car shop going, I'll go back, acting like the stairs down from the car rental store are the ones from Dancing with the Stars. And she's just trying to get people's attention. Not working. No,
there's something wrong with you.
It's a disaster. Nevertheless, that was a little bit of sauce on the side, my friends. I will see you tomorrow for the real thing. I promise you, and I insist and I swear, that tomorrow's show is a lot more jovial than this one. I cannot, and I do think that we should popularize naming and shaming complete scumbaggery, because I will never use Centero ever again. I'm not doing this to try and curry any favor with them, or Booking.com. Booking.com, unfortunately, I know that I will use again, but I'm going to use it knowing that if anything goes wrong, I am completely goosed, and so should you as a customer. So there you go. Michael, see you tomorrow for the weekly roast.
Chat then, Mark.
All the best, bro. Bye-bye. One of my biggest fears when planning the tour around Ireland and figuring out the merchandise was that I wouldn't have a good vehicle to sell. But thanks to Shopify, I can use justgoodstuff.ie. I can update the website from my dressing room. With Shopify, it's not just websites like justgoodstuff.ie. They're also the platform behind millions and millions of businesses around the world, from household names to other brands just getting started. Shopify has so many AI tools. They can even enhance your product photography. You can easily create email and social media campaigns wherever your customers are scrolling. It's got world-class expertise in everything from managing inventory to international shipping. It can process returns. It's super, super simple. So basically, turn your big business idea into with Shopify on your side. Sign up for your €1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.ie. Go to shopify.ie. That's shopify.ie. It's time to see what you can accomplish with Shopify by your side.